Marcille. I'm a Vision Rehab Therapist, and today I will be seeing clients at Visions at Sellis Manor in Manhattan. This is a day in my life. Let's go! So this is the Rocket Book. It's a reusable notebook. And so what I do with it is it uses this pen, and then I have like a little cleaning cloth. So I can start with a blank page. So I'm gonna write all my assessment notes here, and then there's an app on my phone where I scan the QR code, and then I upload it into my phone so I have all my notes, and then I can convert it to a digital format. It's really helpful, like for me as a low vision instructor. I write so much faster than I can type on my phone or I type on a computer pretty fast, but I feel like when I have my laptop out and I'm trying to talk to a person, like it feels really impersonal in some ways. So I like this because I can just be listening and like engaging with the person and not really just not so focused on perfectly typing my notes. So as I go through an assessment, I try to bring up certain things that I might be able to offer, whether it's note-taking or telling time, so that the participant has an idea. Because a lot of times when you go in, some participants have never had services before, so they don't even know what equipment exists. So when I ask, oh, do you have any trouble signing documents yourself? They're like, well, I do fine, but what exists that could help me with that, right? So I would say something like, oh, well, there's a device that I can give you called a signature guide. If I have one, I might show it to them. So I try to sort of show certain things as I'm working with a participant. My first participant this morning, I did an initial vision rehab assessment. We went over a ton of different things, from personal management to home management, financial management, communication skills, and then I showed her our computer lab, where she will receive keyboard instruction. I felt like it went really well, but one of my favorite things about doing assessments is this is the time where I really get to know a person. Before meeting the person, I get a lot of information on paper, such as eye reports or a counselor report, but this is my moment to hear from the participant. And at the end of the day, they're the person who are receiving these services and who I need to hear from in order to make my determinations on how I can best help them to live their most independent lives. It was great to get to meet my participant and spend some time getting to know her and what her goals are, and I'm excited to continue working with her moving forward. Part of the job also includes doing presentations or group instruction. So now I'm getting ready to present to a group at Vision Center on Aging with my colleague Megan. We're going to be doing a presentation on spring cleaning hacks for some of the members of Vision Center on Aging. Let's go!
Who said the baking soda earlier?
The baking soda
and the vinegar. Baking soda and vinegar would work. And the lemon juice, right?
Another thing is peroxide too. Peroxide.
Yeah,
that I use in my laundry.
I was gonna say peroxide is really good for taking away stains, actually. I do that all the time. If you take the pod and you dissolve it in warm water, you let it dissolve in warm water for 10 minutes, right? You can let it sit for 10 minutes. That solution you can apply to so many things.
The waitress went and got some ginger ale.
Oh, yeah.
And the ginger ale got the stain out.
Wow.
That's good, yeah. See, all these little tricks that I never, like, I'm gonna start bringing ginger ale with me. Oh my gosh.
My name is Elizabeth Hernandez, just made 73. I was born in Puerto Rico and I was raised in New York City.
How has Vision Rehab Services and working with a VRT impacted your life?
Tips and services for my home, to better myself, the blood pressure monitor, the digital tape recorder so I can record numbers or messages. Also like learning how to use some of my tools, my phone, a telephone, because I have a hearing problem. I got a nice phone, which now is very loud. It makes things easier, takes away a lot of the frustration, gives you peace of mind.
You feel the back here, so it's like a little push button. So isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, you push it
The
like
time
that.
is 12 a.m.
So for this session, we were working on a couple of different things. We worked on using the Echo Dot Alexa with the participant's phone. We also were working on using a voice recorder for recording notes, specifically the delete feature. And we also worked on using the resin talking clock, which is a really fun, awesome product. During the lesson, we had a couple technical difficulties, which happens. It's the reality of the job. Sometimes Wi-Fi doesn't work, sometimes the device kind of malfunctions, and these are just the realities of being a VRT. So you kind of always have to be prepared and be ready to adjust your lesson plan. Maybe you have to move to a different location. Maybe it requires you looking something up and you have to come back to it in another session. It's all part of the job. A great quality for a VRT is to be flexible and adaptable. But we were able to get a lot accomplished in this session. We mastered the delete feature on our recorder. The participant was provided a talking clock, which they practiced setting and also setting the alarm. And we also did a couple things on the participant's phone, and we'll continue with Alexa next time.
Frankie Marcille.
On most days, I see about 3 people per day, sometimes more. And then once I've seen all of my participants, then I spend the rest of my day doing paperwork or having meetings with counselors from the Commission for the Blind or with my supervisor via the phone or via Zoom. Today I have a couple meetings that I need to take, and then I have some reports that I need to write. I have to write up my assessment from this morning and a couple others that I did this week. And then I also have some equipment that I need to order for participants that I am seeing later on in the week. So I'll spend the rest of my day working through all of that paperwork and also calling some of my participants to confirm our sessions for tomorrow and the rest of the week. So that's pretty much a typical day in the life of a VRT here at Visions. Thanks for following along with me.